We're gonna start working with these methods, these array methods. In the course materials for this chapter, you are going to find this folder. It's going to be a zip file. Once you decompress this, it's going to be this folder. So let's open this into Studio Code. You can see it's going to be like this. We have these two different files, index.html, and also we have the search.html. We have this folder, we have the app.js and also the search.js. So we're gonna start working with the app. And you can see that we have this really big array of objects. So the methods that we're gonna see in this chapter, for example, for each, filter, map, reduce, find, and sum, these are array methods. So you can apply this only into arrays. So let me add, for example, console.table right here. And we're gonna send to the console the car. So let me show you something. Let me open here in the console. Let me reload. And now you can see that we have all this information. So it's a really big array. And we're gonna see some of these methods with some practical examples. So first, let's see why we need to use the array methods. You can see that we have for each, we have also filter, we have map, reduce, find, and sum. Let's say that you want to you want to send these different cars into the console. Normally in previous versions of JavaScript, let me add a comment that right here that says the old way. In the previous versions you use something like this. Well, in previous versions you use bar, but in this case I'm gonna use let. So normally you iterate in an array using the for loop. And it was something like this, the I minus cars.length. And we're gonna increase the index like this. And then you add, for example, console.log. Then you use cars at the position with the I or with the index. So this is how you access to all the different elements in one array in previous versions of JavaScript. Now let's say that you want to filter all the black cars. For example, you can see that we have a property that is called color. And let's say that you want to filter all the black cars that we have in this list. So it's going to be something like this, filter black cars. And you create, for example, you create a new variable equals to an empty array like this. And then you use I'm gonna copy this because the code is going to be really similar to this one. Instead of having this console log, you use something like an if statement. If cars at the position index.color is equals to black, then we're gonna add this element into the array. So it's going to be result.push, in this case, push. And we're gonna add the car at the position of the index. So finally you console log the result, something like this. Let me comment these previous lines. So let me save this and open the project, and now you can see that this is going to filter all the cars with the color black. So you can see this code is a little messy, hard to read and everything. That's why we use these array methods, because we can do the same with these array methods as we have here, but the code is going to be easier to read. That's the importance of using the array methods. And we're gonna see these different array methods in this chapter. And in the next one, we're gonna build a complete project. So we're gonna begin this with the for each loop. So let's continue working in the next video.